It is time for monthly favorites, and I didn't do one of these videos in April, so that means this is a really packed full video. I've got everything from some of my favorite new drugstore options all the way to a very high-end splurge. I'll leave that one at the end for those of you who want to see it. And I've got some fails that you want to stick around for those too to save you some money. As always, everything will be timestamped down below in the description box in case you want to get to a specific spot. Alright you guys, let's jump right into today's video of the monthly favorites. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Jody. I'm 56. Think of me as your midlife beauty bestie, where we are sharing everything beauty related for those of us that are midlife, and we are embracing it. We love it. We love being here. But the aging process isn't always fun. I try to make it be. This first product I'm really excited about, and you know I'm very careful when I bring you supplements because there's a lot of hype online, especially targeted for those of us over 50. But what caught my attention about Saffron specifically is that it's actually been studied for things that many of us over 50 deal with. Mood shifts, stress, emotional eating, low motivation, mental fatigue, and yes, even sleep quality. And honestly, I don't think a lot of women realize how connected those things are. When you're stressed, perhaps not sleeping well, emotionally drained, or constantly craving sugar, it has a direct impact on your overall look. It shows up everywhere. Your skin, your energy, your confidence, even how you feel getting ready in the morning. What I've enjoyed about these capsules from Saffron Company, and I've been taking them since the end of March, is that the formula is very straightforward and focused. It uses saffron extract, which is rich in compounds believed to help support serotonin, and I've noticed an overall mood balance. My husband probably has too. A lot of people use saffron for that emotional feeling of well-balanced without that drowsy feeling. I didn't want anything chemical based. I wanted something natural that was going to lift my mood, make me feel a little bit more balanced, all the things that come from adding saffron into your routine. Another thing I found interesting is that saffron has also been researched for helping with emotional snacking and cravings. And I appreciated that these are not marketed as some gimmicky quick fix. I started to feel better at the month mark, but not enough to share with you guys. But after 2 months, I definitely can feel I don't crave sugar as much. I'm not a doctor, this is not medical advice, but I wanted to share with you guys how well this has worked for me. I also liked how simple this was. It's 1 capsule in the morning, 1 capsule in the evening, no mixing powders, no complicated wellness system to learn. So if you've heard of saffron or are curious about the benefits of saffron, I'll leave a link to try saffron in the description box. And after trying this product and seeing the results for myself, I reached back out to the company and they gave me a discount code so that you guys can try it. The discount code will be linked in the description box below, and it's Jody15 to save 15%. Now let's talk about a specific sleeping aid that I have found. I don't know if you guys have tried sleeping pills that are over the counter. I have, and I didn't like the way it made me feel the next morning. Yes, I fell asleep within an hour of taking them in the evening, but it took a while in the morning to really feel awake and alert, and I did not like that feeling. I like to wake up and just hit the ground running. I like to feel very fresh and alert in the morning. That's my best time of the day. Some people get better as the day goes on. I'm stronger minded in the morning, and then I fade as the day goes on. Not as much since I've been taking those saffron tablets, but I wanted something to help my sleep quality. So I tried these Tolevita sleep patches. They're an herbal relaxation blend of lavender, chamomile, and melatonin. They have lavender essential oil and magnesium oil. They come in these little pouches, so they're easy to throw in your travel bag if you're going somewhere for a long weekend. And they're just these little sticky patches that you take off, and I like to place mine on the back of my arm. I use 1 on each arm. They have the softest scent, almost like you're at the spa. My husband saw how well I was sleeping and he wanted to try them, so I'm going through them twice as fast because we are using 2 on his arms, and he sleeps great throughout the night. And when the alarm goes off, we are both alert, awake, and ready to start the day without that heavy, groggy feeling. So if you're looking for a natural sleep aid, these have made a big difference for me, and they're not that expensive. I'll leave the link down below. This next product is from a brand that I used to love, and admittedly, I've sort of forgot about them. There were just other beauty brands that were, I think, more innovative over the last couple years than Pixi Beauty. But I have a couple products from this brand today because I feel like they've come back, almost like Morphe. They have reinvented themselves and come back with some really good products. This is Pixi Beauty's On The Go Blush. It almost resembles a deodorant, if you will, but this is a blush tint, similar to the popularity of lip tints, especially for a lighter makeup look, which is more favorable to those of us with mature skin. I don't have any blush on today because I wanted to share with you guys how well this works. You can go, let's just do that so you can see. You can go right on your skin, and the product works with your skin's pH so that not everyone's going to have the same shade. It is its own unique shade. Look how pretty that looks. It's just that perfect flush of color that we have been talking about. They call it a hint of tint, which is cute and gimmicky in marketing, but it's right on the money. You can also put it on with your finger if you want. It feels very hydrating. It's easy to apply with your fingers. And you guys, the shade is uniquely you, which I love. This product will work well if you are somebody that just spot conceals and you don't use a foundation, all the way up to somebody that wears a soft glam like I tend to do. This is probably a little too sheared out for a full glam look, but you could certainly apply it for anything below that in terms of your makeup application days. I've been wearing this if I go to the gym. We went and played golf over the holiday. I wore it for that, just a very thin layer of a tinted sunscreen with this on top, and it was just perfect. It looked very natural, like I didn't have on anything at all. Big fan of Pixi Beauty, so I'm really happy to see them back with products that are innovative, fresh, and have those of us with more mature skin in mind. While we're talking about blush, I have added a new ReDimension RMS blush to my shade collection. And this is French Rose, and the reason I wanted to highlight this is for those of you like me that like a neutral to cool toned blush, this is your girl. This one actually, this Pixi also wears warm or cool depending on your pH, so that's a really nice one for those of you that can't find the right undertone of a blush. Something like this that mixes with your own pH will answer the question for you, so you don't need to go find the right blush shade. This will melt with your own skin to be the right blush shade. But for those of you that struggle with neutral to cool tones, this French Rose is so pretty. I have been wearing it a lot lately. It wears a little more cool pink. And even though these are powders, they wear like a cream. Another thing I should mention about this Pixi Beauty is it is a very hydrating formula, which would leave you to think, is it gonna dry down? And it definitely does. It doesn't dry down and look dry. It dries down in the sense that your hair doesn't stick to it. I tried a new skin tint from a brand that I absolutely love last week. And you guys, I wanted to love this so much because I wanted to bring you something new from this brand. And it just did not dry down on me. And it took about 3 hours before I didn't get my hair stuck in it. And I thought, oh, that is just so frustrating that I can't even bring it to you guys. However, I do want to talk about a sunscreen because why does it happen when we find something that we really love, we've wore for years, and they stop making it? LaRoche's Posay has been my sunscreen of choice for years. If you go back to my first videos back in 2021, linked in the description box is the LaRoche Posay sunscreen. I love it, I swear by it, I've never changed it. However, as of late, it's been hard to find, it's been out of stock. And then suddenly this one appears on the website. So I really think that this one is replacing the one that I love. It's also an SPF of 50, so I don't mind that it is replacing my other one, which was SPF 50. This one they're claiming is a little bit more of a serum. I don't think I would agree with that because it's not more of a serum than the other one is. That's why I liked the other one, is because I didn't always have to wear moisturizer. This one does also feel very hydrating and it wears like a serum. You can apply your makeup right over the top of it. After you allow it time to absorb, you can put moisturizer on top of it. I don't find that I always need to do that. On days where I'm not really dry, this serves as my moisturizer and my sunscreen. All right, I've got two products from Jane Iredale. This first one is their lip drink. This is in the shade Flirt. This is a lip balm that's an SPF of 15 that also works with your own skin's pH. So again, if you're somebody that struggles with undertones and trying to figure out if you look better in more nudes, cools, or warms, something that mixes with your own pH is gonna be a naturally beautiful color for you. Again, this is in the shade Flirt, but it will look different on you than it does on me. That's what I have on today. I wanted you to see how it looks on me. It's a satin finish, very hydrating, and an SPF of 15. Slips in my purse, goes with me all the time, and doesn't have that weird sunscreen chemical taste. You know what I'm talking about? My other product from Jane Iredale that I've been loving this spring going into summer is their Powder Me SPF Dry Sunscreen. You guys, this is such an innovative, fun product. It kind of reminds me of the Color Science, but it's Jane Iredale, so it's a brand that I really love and trust. And I love the idea of the packaging because it's refillable. It comes with these little translucent powder pods, SPF of 30. Take the lid off. I'm gonna show you how to do it because it's not messy at all. You literally put it in the bottom and then just twist it. It locks in place, and then there's your brush on top. Once you work it through, that translucent powder comes right out. The way I've been using this is if I'm going somewhere after I've applied my makeup and I'm gonna be out in the sun, I don't want to go back and apply something like this on top of my makeup again halfway through my day, but I need the sunscreen protection. A translucent powder like this is perfect because it allows you to just powder over your makeup and add that extra layer of SPF, but it doesn't look cakey like some powders can do. So I don't start my day with this. I start with my SPF under my makeup, and then I carry this with me throughout the day. I actually keep this in my purse so that as I need to layer on some SPF, say maybe after work I'm gonna be running errands and I'm gonna be outside, or I'm gonna go for a walk in the park, or I'm gonna be having dinner with friends and it's sunset so the sun's still out and I don't want any sun on my face, that's where this has come in really handy. And it's Jane Iredale, so we know the quality is there. All right, let's talk about two products from the same brand that didn't work. And I love this brand's enhancing serum for the eyelashes and the eyebrows. It does work. However, these two mascaras from Grande Cosmetics did not work for me. This one is their extended smudge proof lashes. This is their Grande Wrap. And this is Grande Drama. This is their intense thickening mascara. It should say frustrating mascara. That's what it should say on the marketing, because these smudged so bad. If you saw my video a couple weeks ago from the Milani tubing mascara that smudged, these made that look like a good mascara. And I don't normally come on here and talk bad about a product. What I will say is they just were bad for me. Now, I don't have excessively oil under eye area. I don't use a lot of hydration that would cause a mascara to transfer or smudge because it's extra emollient. So I don't know why these didn't work. Their lash and brow growth serum works really well. I just don't think the mascaras, they weren't the thing for me. I love wearing an eye patch under my eyes in the morning when I am having my coffee, answering your comments, but I don't want to spend a fortune because they're on for 20 minutes and then I throw them away. So I want something that is not bad for the environment and depuffs this under eye area. The thing about eye patches, you guys, in the morning is that you can wear them either way. The way they're designed is you can wear them this way, so the thicker part of the product is right through here if you have crow's feet, and you still get hydration underneath your eye if you tend to have wrinkles under that area or dryness or puffiness. Or you can flip them. And this isn't unique to this brand. This is just the way they can go. My sister actually asked me which way to wear them. Depends on where you have the most need for hydration or depuffiness. Or you can wear them this way, where the bulk of the hydration gets locked in your under eye area, and you still have some hydration if you've got a little bit of crow's feet out in the corner. So I'm gonna pull off my concealer with that. That was probably not smart, but hey, you know, anything for you guys. So if you've been looking for eye patches that depuff in the morning and you don't wanna spend a fortune, especially because they're only on for 20 minutes, and if you're like me and you use them almost every day, you want something effective and affordable, bam, that's why this one made the list. All right, now let's talk about body care, and it's time we gotta start showing our arms a little bit more and our legs. And if you're like me, the very thought of that is terrifying because A, I'm just more dry than I used to be, a little more scaly and definitely more saggy. So I saw these products and I thought, well, that's genius. Why haven't I thought about that before? Because the combination of vitamin C in the morning for my skin helps to brighten, a little bit of exfoliant, and then that retinol helps keeps things looking tight, lightens dark spots, and the combo works well on my face. So why didn't I think about that on my body? I don't know, it took me a while, but I finally did. This brand Saltair, which you get a lot of product for the price, you guys, this is on Amazon. This is a vitamin C body brightener. So just like vitamin C on our face, it helps remove dead skin cells and reveal the bright skin underneath. Body size, perfect. I use this one every time I get out of the shower. Then in the evening, I will use the Retinol Revive Overnight Body Lotion, also by Saltair. Just like on our face, you guys, the combo of sunscreen and retinol, and most dermatologists will tell you that those are the two super ingredients that you want to infuse in your more mature skincare, vitamin C and retinol. And yet I'm just now realizing how valuable this combination is for the neck down. Especially in summertime, I wasn't excited about wearing tank tops again because of how crepey and just dry, old looking my arms looked and my legs looked. So when I thought of this combo, I'm like, that makes total sense. Let me give it a try. Big difference in my confidence when I'm wearing shorts and tank tops. So I wanted to share this with you guys because if you're like me, you tend to hide through longer sleeves and longer pants as we age, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can show healthy skin, even if it's older skin, it can still have a nice healthy glow. You just want to use the right products, and these again are on Amazon and they're affordable. So wanted to bring that to you because I know it's helped me feel much more confident going out in the summertime. All right, now the two splurge items are from a company called Collin. Can we just have a moment for this beautiful packaging? This is the serum, this is the moisturizer. I put this one on a little bit on my fingers. It's said to boost skin's resilience and supports skin renewal for soft, hydrated skin. I applied it this morning, but since we just took some of my concealer off with those pads, let's just add a little bit more because I don't want to waste any. So that's the GF serum and this is the GF cream. I've been applying this in the areas that I don't put the serum. Just rub it in my fingers, press it into my skin. And what I've noticed specifically from the moisturizer or the cream is that my skin looks more bright when I wake up in the morning. I was noticing that something was going on where I just felt like my skin looked more dull. And I think it could be a combination of this plus those saffron tablets because I feel like I'm eating less sugar, I'm sleeping better, just overall better health from the inside out. And then adding this moisturizer on the outside, I just feel like my skin I've had more no makeup days, like true no makeup days than I normally do. And I believe it's that combination. So if you're someone like me and you want to ditch that makeup feeling, especially as we get through summer, but your skin just doesn't make you feel confident in doing that, then play around with just different combinations. And again, start maybe from the inside out and see if that helps. Make sure you're using a vitamin C in your skincare routine and exfoliating with some sort of a retinol to help get rid of that dead skin so that that new bright skin can be showing through. I will have all these linked down in the description box below. Watch for more favorites coming up at the end of every month if there's enough good products. If there isn't, then I skip a month and then it's a nice full long video like this one. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you found value in it. And as always, like it and hype it to your friends if they are looking for products that work on more mature skin. And if you've discovered a new product in the last month, let us know. So we always like to try things, especially if they're affordable. Now this video is about products that have been tested and do work. Here's a video on products that did not work. You might want to check that one out. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.